I guess I should start with an opening statement. I'm just so excited, so happy. I'm just elated about both David and Travis Ware announcing and signing their scholarship letters to attend UCLA. And they're number one, fantastic players that are just going to get better and better because of their work ethic and their drive to be great. But they're equally great kids. I mean, just wonderful young men that represent all the ideals of UCLA and are going to be a great addition to the program.
Coach, how do you see them fitting in? Like, what positions do you see them playing? How do you see them fitting in when they're eligible in a year?
Well, they're forwards. They're both very capable to step out and shoot on the perimeter. They can post up inside. They're both 6'10", 230. Dave has actually shown the ability to even match up defensively sometimes as a three because he's got pretty quick feet. And one thing that I would be remiss not to talk about is they've been very well coached. I mean, you're talking about 4 years in the modern day program. They really know how to play, how to defend. They do a great job. Coach McKnight does and his staff at teaching defense. And, so they're very versatile. We're going to be able to use them in a lot of ways. They have a lot of versatility to be able to step out and shoot threes, to be able to post up, good rebounders, good passers, good screeners, very coachable. I watched them play in practice a number of times over the years, and it's they run a practice at Modern Day like a college practice, and they've been very well coached, from when they were little by their dad, Dave Sr., all the way up.
Coach, talk about not getting them out of high school and then getting them now. Do you see a change in their game or even a change in them in that year that they spent in North Carolina?
You know what? Obviously, we were disappointed when we didn't get him originally, but I'm so thankful how things work out because you think now, John, that they're going to have 1 year to where they're going to be practicing every day, getting bigger and stronger. Really looking forward to having them on campus this summer to start summer school June 21st. And then, you're talking about hitting the ground floor running. I mean, they're going to be hitting the ground sprinting, having been here for a year and have 3 years of eligibility. So it's really exciting. I mean, I just feel very, very good and blessed and happy that, it's ended up because, I've always, thought the world of them, both as players and as young men.
Coach, David told me today that they had a couple offers from other schools to split up, where one of the two got an offer to come play. Was there ever an idea of only offering one, or in your mind, was it a package deal from
Absolutely not. I mean, that would be I can't even imagine who did that. I mean, that blows me away because they're both really good. And they're very close, too. They are identical twins. They have a very close bond, really are supportive of one another. And, you're getting, two really good players, not just one. So, I mean, it's a double bonus here.
Can you tell the two apart?
Yeah, I can. And actually, once you get to know people over, years, even when they're identical twins, you can tell them apart. Right now, actually, Dave has longer hair than Travis, but even when they have the same exact hair length, I can tell them apart.
Coach, with getting two, does that make you a little front court heavy in terms of your roster, and how much does that make it a priority to bring in some guards in the next recruiting class?
No question, we're going to be good up front, but to have depth up there is very important, and to have high-level players. This is really exciting because as I look down the road, they'll actually become eligible the year we're out of Poly, and then they'll have 2 years of eligibility, be a junior when we move back in. I mean, we want to really hit the ground floor running when we finally get back into the brand new Poly. And this, you just look at the future. I mean, people will be very excited to watch these young men play and how they play, and with the understanding of the game and unselfishness. I mean, it's just, I couldn't be more happy.
Was there any concern with Travis's injury?
Actually, it's Dave who has the labral tear. And his mother, Gloria, is a nurse, and they really did a great job. Because we have the same experience with Josh Shipp, so I have some background in that injury. They went to one of the top 3 surgeons in the world in Vail, Colorado, Mark Philippon, who actually was trained at the University of Pittsburgh, and who I had known about because I was calling around to see, for Josh, because and he actually got a message from the doctor. I mean, he's 100%. He's playing right now without even icing afterwards. I mean, his surgery went 100% perfect. So, no, I have no concern. And the fact that we've had a player with that kind of injury who came back from it and had a great career in Josh, and he actually had both hips, who, by the way, just got back from Turkey about 10 days ago, and I spoke with yesterday. But anyway, yeah, I have no concern.
How much of a contribution do they make to a team when they're able to practice with you and go against your players that can play next year?
Well, it's going to obviously help. It's going to help our players to have, that's how you get better. That's when we've had really good teams here in the past. We've had, Darren Collison competing against Jordan Farmar, and we've had Russell Westbrook competing against Darren Collison and Aaron Aflalo. And when you have that level of competition every day in practice, that's how you get better day in and day out, is that level of competition. Guys pushing each other in practice. So it's going to be great for our team. Even though they won't be able to play this year and having to sit out their redshirt year, it really helps our team to have them every day.
Coach, there have been a lot of changes in the off season. How would you view this off season as opposed to others? How difficult it's been, or not so difficult?
Yeah, it has I'm not sure what specifics you're speaking of, but yeah, this off season we've ended up signing and getting a lot of new players, and you start thinking about the class now that we have in that freshman class. You've got Josh Smith, who's an All-American center, McDonald's All-American. You've got Tyler Lamb, who was, the Division I Player of the Year, CIF Player of the Year in his division from Mater Dei, who's a very good athlete and a good player. I'm really excited that we have Matt Carlino coming in, who's a very good shooter and is going to be an outstanding player. And then you have, the Ware twins, the 2 McDonald's All-Americans joining that group. That's a pretty nice-looking class. It will be a sophomore class together a year out. And then we add our guard coming in, Lazarick Jones, Zeke, just know him as Zeke, who's going to really help us and shore us up in terms of the perimeter play this year. So this gives us 1 scholarship left to use now. We are now at 12 of our scholarships being used, and we're still hoping to get 1 more player. But today's press conference is really, to me, about the Wares. I mean, we started recruiting them as 9th graders, and their mother and father are great people. I'm just so happy to have them joining the program, and just, couldn't be happier.
Ben, do you have any sense of what changed in between when they decided on North Carolina and now when they've chosen you guys?
No, I mean, I think that, I think that they've been on the phone with most of you today, but bottom line is they're home. They're so happy to be back here in Southern California, back in their home. I mean, so, I'll tell you one thing. One thing that you learn And I've had the experience of living in a lot of places. There's no place as nice as living in Southern California. And I mean, that to me is a no-brainer. And you don't really learn that until you live in other parts of the country. And I'm just telling you for sure, I know that they're really going to be happy being back close to home, close to mom and dad, close to their friends, close to their girlfriends, close to the modern day family that they've grown up with. And it's just great. It's great for everybody, especially UCLA basketball.